Hello everyone, it is Warzone. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. This is a very big video. Yesterday, I hit 200,000 catches in Pokemon Go. If you haven't seen that video, that vlog, check it out. The link to that will be in the description down below. And today, I'm gonna show you every single Pokemon that I have seen, and I'm gonna calculate everything together, and then at the end, we're gonna have a massive number. The way that I'm going to be doing this video is I will show you my Pokédex and every single entry. I have everything completed as I'm recording this video right now from Gen 1 all the way to Gen 4. I got every single Pokemon obtainable within Pokemon Go. So this is also a display or showcase of every single Pokemon in Pokemon Go. With the exception of Gen 5. I don't have all the Pokemon of Gen 5 yet. I'm going to add all of them together. And then we're gonna get a massive amount of Pokemon. If you are curious about the specific generation, let's say you only want to see Gen 3, there will be timestamps in the description of this video leading to the time in which you have the capability of just navigating through the video. So this is gonna be a massive video. I got my water right here. This is gonna be mostly raw and uncut, and I'm gonna be talking about some things I'm curious about. Also, if you guys like videos just like this one, go ahead and slap a like on the video. It would really mean a lot. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. But before we do that, one last thing. I'm currently at 200,751 catches. I have found a new grinding way in Pokemon Go in order to get as many catches as I have, and I predict that I will have the capability of hitting 300,000 catches before spring next year. So that's something I can dive into in a different video, but for now I've set up a little challenge for that. So what I've done is, if I go to my buddy here, my Pidove, is I lowered my starters count to 5 million by powering up a couple of Pokemon. Actually, the Pokemon I ended up powering up is the entire Wilds family that I have. My collection of 100%, let's type in Wilds. As you can see, the 3093 are 100%. For example, this one, this Shiny, I obtained this one during Community Day. I have maxed all of these out right now, and that cost me quite a bit of starters. So I just figured this would be a perfect opportunity to tell you guys that I will no longer spend time powering up Pokemon or using starters for a new attack until I hit 300,000 catches, just to see how many starters we're going to be obtaining in that time period. You can leave your predictions in the comment section down below, and the person who's going to be the closest, I might just give a shout out or something like that. But yeah, how much starters do you think we're going to be having at the end of this? I will have the capability of trading, but I will not have the capability of actually powering anything up. So yeah, that being said, let's do this. First generation, first Pokemon, Bulbasaur. We're starting off with 1516 plus 121 plus 20, only 20 Venusaur, that is not too much, honestly, is 1657, and then Charmander is about half of Bulbasaur, 835. I'm using my second phone to calculate everything, by the way, one at a time. That's why I'm holding them both at the same time to make this a little easier. I've got 82 plus 33 is 2607, and then 1191 plus 166 plus 31 equals almost 4,000. We're 5 shy of 4,000 with all the Generation 1 starters and their evolutions. Caterpie is almost half of that. It's actually more than half of that. 2,257 plus Metapod is 116 plus Butterfree 241. That's mostly increased in Japan. I'm sure that about 200 of them was in Japan during the last Triple Stardust event, where there were so many spawning of Musculars, so that's kind of cool. Weedle, wow, 6,967. I've seen a lot of them. That's crazy, almost 7,000. Kakuna, of course, bunch of evolutions, and then Beedrill. I am drifting like crazy. 17,216 so far. Pidgey is almost the total amount so far. That's crazy. Plus 16,822, plus 7,311, plus 220. I don't have a lucky Pidgeot. Wow, that's kind of crazy. We're currently at 41,572 Just being a Pidgeot only. Rattata, wow, 16,333 plus 2,406 plus Spearow, wow, 4,133. That's way more than I thought. I just really don't see Spearow these days anymore. So it's kind of cool that it's like still a significant number, mostly because of the previous generations where I caught that many. And then 460 for Spearow. That's actually one that I see in the wild from time to time. Almost at 65,000 right now. Ekans, 1159 plus 89 plus 4,000 Pikachu, 4,428. And then Raichu is a 179. That passes us over the 70,000 point right now. 70,759. Sandshrew, less than 1,000, 856 plus 50 only. Wow, I expected Sandslash to be a little bit more. Nidoran, 1,073 plus 207 plus 30 is 72,975. Nidoran is almost 1,000. Okay, male form. Nidorino is also less as a result. And Nidoking is 14. This is one I never see in the wild. Basically, last time I've seen one in the wild is roughly a year ago. So there's that. Clefairy. Oh, I expected this to be more than 1,000, to be honest with you guys. 700. Clefable's 85. We got Vulpix. Oh, wow. Exactly 500. Only 500. That's interesting. Whenever Shiny Vulpix is going to be released, I'm going to be going crazy because it's the best Shiny in the game. At least Ninetales is. 54. Plus 54. Is 75,467. Jigglypuff, 2,242. Plus 144. Zubat, 1630. Oh man, this is 1,600 of these Pokemon, catching them like that. That's, this Pokemon is a nightmare. And then Golbat as well, 368. Okay. Oddish, 1389 plus 204. And then 14 Vileplume only. Well, 14 out of 14. Passes us at 80,000 right now. Well, a little bit more. 81,473. Paris is 1716 plus 187. Venonat, 2,983. Wow, that's crazy. And then 246 for Venomoth. Diglett, yeah, so whenever Shiny Diglett got released, these were spawning like crazy, so it was really adding onto it. I went over 1,000 because of that. That was kind of crazy. And then 38 Diglett Duck Trio. Meowth, 2154. This is a Pokemon I generally see always, like in average, kind of uncommon still, but I do always have seen it. It's not phases where it just kind of disappeared or anything like that. 124, Psyduck, 3256. This is definitely a Pokemon I see quite often. 247. Getting close to 100,000. We're not quite there yet. We're currently at 94,000. Mankey plus Primate is 62. Then Growlithe. Oh, I definitely expected this one to be above 1,000 by now, but that's not the case. 121. We're currently at 95,855. Poliwag, 2,446. I don't really see Poliwag these days anymore. After the Shiny release, for whatever reason, it doesn't spawn that much. It does spawn, just not that much. Poliwhirl, 331 plus Poliwrath is 29. Next up is Abra, 1,975, and that officially pushes us over 100,000. Currently at 100,636, plus 186, plus 35. Then Machop, 1,695. Kinda expected that to be around that level. And Machamp, of course, Machamp rates does really help out. That's why the Seen to card ratio is so different, I think. Bellsprout, this is actually more than Machop, which is interesting. Did not expect that, to be honest with you guys. 243, and then only 16 Victory Bell. That is interesting. Tentacool, definitely one I don't see as much as some of the other water types. And then Tentacruel is one that does spawn from time to time. Geodude. I expected this one to be higher because Alolan Geodude also spawns in the wild, but a little bit surprised by this one. And then Graveler 63 and Golem is 20. Currently at 107,000. Ponyta 1252 and Rapidash 110. Slowpoke 1901 plus 149 is 111,000 right now. Magnemite 1351 plus 94. Farfetch'd 854. That really went up last Japan trip. That really went up quite a bit. I also have a lot of candy. I actually maxed one out very recently as well. And then Dodrio. Doduo and Dodrio is definitely... Doduo I just don't ever see, like, since the start of the game, as you can see. It's kind of a common Pokemon in some areas, but for me, it really is not. Seal, 1418. Dugong. I still need shiny Seal, man. It's such a nice shiny... yeah, anyway. Grimer. Spawns a lot, like, recently. It started spawning more, so this is definitely going up. Especially after the Sandtrad Gligar event, I ended up seeing Grimer way more than before. Shellder, I love this Pokemon. The shiny is just phenomenal. Look at that. That is the current best shiny in the game, in my personal opinion. Kinda curious what your favorite shiny is. And Gloister, of course, also looks really cool. Ghastly, 2233 plus 368. 368 plus 176. We have surpassed 120,000 right now. Onyx! Wait, this is a bug, but it's kind of a cool bug. It's a shiny Onyx right here. Kinda love Crystal Onyx more than shiny Onyx though, to be completely honest with you guys. Drowsy! Oh, it just shows the shiny right now. That's cool. 2,100, okay. 27. I'm just gonna keep it like this. It just shows the shiny now. I really like that. Krabby, 1800. Wow. Kingler, 156. It's showing shinies now. That's cool. We need shiny Electrode. That's one thing for sure. Shiny Voltorb and Electrode look really cool. Electrode is actually way more than I thought. 43? I never really... Well, I guess with evolutions, it does add up. 1615 for Execute. And then... I still need shiny Alolan Executor. Cannot seem to find it from raids, but it's whatever. Cubone is 1456 plus Marowak 147. We surpassed 130,000. Hitmonlee 48. Hitmonchan a little more, 59. Lickitung 116. Most of these are actually egg hatches. I'd say more than half of this is just from egg hatches. Coughing, 1614. Look at that shiny, that looks great. And then Wheezing, of course, here as well. Rhyhorn, this is actually one I don't get to see very often. So hopefully in the future, this one will be spawning more when the shiny is released. There were some rumors about like a community day shiny on this one. Community day for this Pokemon, I don't know. What do you guys think? Chansey, 256. This is definitely... from the Safari Zone in Oberhausen, the very first one, and then egg hatches as well. And then Tangela, 274, it's not too much. Kangaskhan, more than Tangela, more than Lickitung. Horsey, 1220, plus Seadra, this shiny looks phenomenal, 110 here. Goldeen, 1488. I never see this Pokemon these days anymore. In the beginning, we definitely saw this one. It was an absolute nightmare when it's like moving to the side and stuff. But I just don't see this Pokemon at all anymore. And I guess that's for the better. I really don't like this Pokemon too much. Seeking, 145. And the Staryu, 1728. This Pokemon has a really great shiny. Cannot wait until it's released in Pokemon Go. 159. Starmie as well, of course. Mr. Mime, 4,058. And that means we are currently at 143,204. Scyther, I actually expected Scyther to be a little bit more, 439. I did manage to recently get the shiny Scyther, which made me very happy because shiny Scizor looks amazing. Jinx, 216 only. Electabuzz, 213. I expect this to be more because I do hatch a bunch of Elekid, but maybe I don't evolve them a whole lot, I guess. I don't know. Magmar, 163. Magmar, fun fact, is my first 10k hatch ever in Pokemon Go. So there you go. Pinsir, definitely more, of course. The shiny looks quite cool though on Pinsir. I really like it. Tauros, 94. So I will probably surpass this one with this current egg hatching event, I'm assuming, if I'm hatching 6 more Tauros, which shouldn't be that hard. Magikarp, wow, this is a Pokemon I used to see a lot of. 5,048. So that adds us over 150,000 Pokemon Seen. 150,062 currently. And Gyarados, 45. Gyarados! Shout out to Darium. 243 for Lapras. And then Ditto. Wow, 724 times have I been baited into catching this. Eevee! Oh man, almost 5,000 Eevee. I want to get that one soon. Shiny Eevee is just majestic. We got Vaporeon, 177. I do see this one every now and then. Actually, it's quite rare last time. Well, yes, last episode I think I found it. That was quite cool. But yeah, moving on. 160 Jolteon. And I definitely evolved the most Flareon, because I never see Flareon ever. So that confirms that. Porygon, 222. Ammonite, almost 1,000. And then Omastar, Lord Helix, 52. Kabuto, almost 1,000 as well. Kabutops, 22. Aerodactyl, 147. Snorlax, 148. I expected this one to be way higher. But I didn't play that much during the Yawn event, so maybe that's the reason why. Okay, legendaries. Articuno, 30. Zapdos, 77. Did a bit more. And Moltres, also 72. Dratini, 803. Dragonair, 114. Dragonite, 31. And the big one, Mewtwo, 459. And then Mew also adds on another one. Is a grand total of 160,542 is generation number 1. So I'm gonna write that down. That is insane. Absolutely insane. I'm gonna take some water here because jeez, that is a lot to talk about here. So that is Gen 1. We're gonna continue and we're gonna move on. I'm just gonna reset this. I'm just gonna reset it. I have the number written down and then we'll add on from there. We're gonna start with a 0 again. That way we can calculate it accordingly and then add numbers together. Gen 2, Chikorita. Strongest, actually more than Bulbasaur. That's kind of epic. Not gonna lie, that's kind of epic. Bayleaf, 64. And then Meganium, 14. Cyndaquil, 886. That's about Charmander numbers. Quilava. And then Typhlosion, only 9. That's the first Pokemon I think that is single digits with the exception of Mew. Total down, 927. So the grass types are dominant in every single one of them so far. Feraligatr, 10 as well. Sandrat, ooh, 7,972. That's actually kind of crazy. Furt, 1429. Hoothoot, 2,875. Noctowl, 266, sorry. But I wrote down 266. Ladiba, 1,000. I'm really surprised by that. I just don't really see this Pokemon anymore. I guess in the beginning of Gen 2, this one was spawning like crazy. Latium, 340. Spinarak, 1604. Same story with Ladiba. I just don't see this Pokemon that often anymore. Ariados, 280. Added on. Crobat, oh, of course, the Zubat evolutions. 51 Seen? Have I really evolved that many? Well, maybe during one event where I no longer had enough Zubat or anything, but I had access candy. Maybe that's the reason why, I don't know. Chinchou, I do see this Pokemon on occasion, and this is the first Pokemon that pushes us over 20,000 Gen 2 Pokemon, 20,457 right now. Lantern is 79. Pichu, 239 Pichu hatches. Cleffa, 150. This is interesting, 178. Togepi is definitely one that is quite often. And then Togetic, 51, some of them from raids. Natu. Man, my park is massive. Look at this, Natu. Oh my days, Natu's sticking out in there. That's crazy. That I actually did not expect that. That's insane. I knew I had seen a lot of Natu. I did not suspect it would be almost as much as Sentret. That's crazy for me. 857 Mareep, so a lot of them from egg hatches, of course. Fluffy 92. Ampharos 28. Blossom twice. Have I used the Sunstone on the Gloom? Meryl 1321. Azumarill 329. Sudowoodo almost 500. Okay. Polito 10 Polito. That's all mostly happened in Japan with the shiny being available, so that was kind of cool. Hoppip 1500. Actually, kind of surprised by that. I suppose maybe not. Maybe not. Skiploom 206 and then Jumpluff 18. Currently at 32,684 Generation 2 Pokemon. Apom 2,100. Yeah, I see this Pokemon constantly, guys. Constantly. Sunkern. See this one from time to time. Sunflora, obviously evolutions as well. Wow! Exactly 1,000 Yama. That's kind of cool. Well, the Yama event has officially began. So I'm hunting for that shiny. And the catch ratio, I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. I expected this to be about 50%, but it's 67%. 0.7. Wooper. 790 plus 49 plus Espeon. And then Umbreon 6. Whoa, so many Espeon. Oh, I actually had a party of 12 before, so that's why. Murkrow 4,367. I recently surpassed 10,000 Murkrow candy, by the way. Slowking 33. Misdreavus to 1243. Unknown 661. I got the entire Unknown Dex. My most, like the ones that I needed, like the X, like a Q and so on. I traded for those, but I got the entire Unknown Dex. If you're curious why I have this many, during events they spawn like crazy, like legitimately. Wobbuffet. That's quite a few evolutions, I gotta say. And some of them spawn in the wild as well, why not? Yes, Go Plus. I don't catch this Pokemon myself. I caught one of them myself. I'm not catching any of these. This is all Go Plus. And the ratio on Go Plus apparently is pretty good as well. Bob Saget. That's embarrassing. Pineco. Fortress 15. Dunsparce 190, only 197? It really feels like I'm seeing this one way more often than I do, but okay. Gligar 412, that really was like most, I think I was at 100 before, and then the last Gligar event where the shiny was available, that's really increasing it to 412. Steelix 15, love the shiny. Snubbull 1178, Granbull 83, Quillfish 101, Scizor 24, Shuckle, my man, 678. Heracross 46, most of them in Florida, and Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago, the very first one. Sneasel 570. Teddy Ursa, I see Teddy Ursa quite more frequently these days, kind of interesting. Next up, Ursaring 77, Slugma 928, and that pushes us over 50,000 Pokemon Seen in Generation 2, currently at 50,105. Macargo 61, Swineup 60, 1860, Piloswine exactly 100, Corsola 32, Remoraid 627, Octillery 215, and that's exactly 53,000 on the dot. Delibird, I still need shiny Delibird, so hopefully this year I will be able to get this one as shiny. Mantine 290, I actually expected Mantine to be way more, to be honest. I thought it was like 600 or something like that. Skarmory, I do see this one from time to time. Pretty tough capture, pretty tough to capture, to be honest. Houndour 1526, Houndoom 91, Kingdra 8, Fanfi 308. That's alright, that's alright. Donphan 29, Porygon 2 20, Standler 173, Good. Smeargle 31 from Go Snapshot mostly. I definitely caught every single Smeargle that I've seen. I don't know what's up with this ratio. That doesn't make any sense. Oh well, doesn't matter. Tyrogue, 150 Tyrogue hatches. And 34 of them turned into Hitmontop. Smoochum, 107. Elekid, 122. We're going to the babies. Magby, 126. Miltank, 72, less than 100. Blissey, 36. Yeah, I no longer use Blissey. Raikou, here comes the legendaries. 68. Entei, 89. These legendaries are a little bit higher, with the exception of Suicune, 58. Don't really care for Suicune. Larvitar, 107. Pupitar, love the shiny. Shiny looks phenomenal. 48. And then Tyranitar raids. That's cool. More than Pupitar. Lugia, 85. Ho-Oh, my days. 136. And then one Celebi. That's a total of 58,174. Let's write that down. We are currently at, we're going to add that together, plus the 160, 542 is 218,716. With Gen 1 and Gen 2 combined, I've already seen more Pokemon than my collector badge, which is at 200,000. That is insane. 6 on water again, and then we're gonna move on to Gen 3. This is cool. I really like this. This is very nostalgic for me. Okay, reset this. Gen 3. Here we go. Trico. Wow, that's about the same as Chikorita and Bulbasaur. So it evens out. Grovyle, 148. Sceptile, 6. Torchic. Oh, this one stands out. This one stands out of the fire types for sure. Combuscan, 77. Blaziken, 24. And Mudkip as well. Yeah. In this case, water is the least out of all of them. That's interesting. 53 here. We got 11. Then Poochyena, 1676. I'm curious what Wurmple is at, but we'll get there very shortly. 110. Zigzagoon, 2878. I really like the shiny as well. Linoon, 191. Wurmple, so there's me answer. I sound like a Aussie now. There's me answer. 1497 here. I expected this one to be a little bit more, to be completely honest with you guys, but okay. Silcoon, 92. Beautifly, only 5. Cascoon is more than Silcoon right here. That's about 30 more actually, and the stocks right there. Lotad, most of these from Lotad Day. Research, most of them from research, I think. Lombre. And Ludicolo, man, this shiny is phenomenal. I love the way this one looks. Pina Colada. C-Dot, 474 plus Nuzleaf, 32, and then Shiftry, 7. Talo, 2254. This is actually way more than I thought. Way more than I thought. Considering it's not a 12 candy evolve, or it's 50 candies, so yeah. Swallow is 183. Wingo, I actually expected this one to be over 1,000, but maybe I was mistaken. Pelipper, 32. Ralt, 1,059. Most of them Community Day. 63. Gardevoir, 9. Shiny Gardevoir, such a cool Pokemon. Surskit, 782. Masquerain, 62. Wow. That's actually way more than I thought. I thought Masquerain would be like 20, but no. See, this one way more than I thought then. 572 for Shroomish. Breedlum, 44. Slackoff, 490. Yeah, we know that story. Vigoroth, 28. And the Slacking, 7. I don't bother with Slacking. Nincada, only 13. Interesting. Ninjask, of course, got the Ninjask. Shedinja, got the Shedinja. Traded a couple of them as well. Whisper, 3,268. This might be one of my top ones for this generation. Loudred, 518. Exploud, there we go, 13. Makuhita is also pretty high, and Meditite as well, I'm assuming here. 100 Hariyama. Azrael, 136 hatches on that. 373 for Nose Pass. Skitty, wow, this is actually a little bit more than I thought. I thought this would have been around 1,000 or so, but it's 1,800. 152. Sableye, wow. How did I manage to get 500 Sableye? Because I didn't play too much during the first Halloween, maybe the second Halloween event. I did a bunch of shiny checks. Got it at Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago this year. It was really cool. Mawile, bunch of rating. Bunch of rating here. Aron, 1715. Laron, 146. And then Aggron, 21. Meditite, yeah, what I suspected was about right. About the same ratio as Makuhita. Medicham, 54. Electrike, 852. And that passes the 30,000 mark on Generation 3. Currently at 30,536. Moving on, 54. Mnectric. Plusso, oh gosh, almost 2,000. Minun, 2,000, that compensates. 4,000 collectively, Plusso and Minun, that's insane. Volbeat, 889. Illumise, or Illumise, 56. Roselia, 1287. Gopin, wow, that's a lot of... Wow, that's insane. I'm really surprised by that, to be honest. 2,400, I did not expect that. Swalot, 126. Carvana, 760. Plus Sharpedo, 46. With 1528. Yeah, that actually seems about right. Let's make it pink for Thanos. Plus 12 right here. This is an expensive evolution, so I'm not that surprised. Numel, 740. Plus Camerupt. Torkoal, only seen the 18 at Pokemon Go Fest. Well, 17 at Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago. And then 1 in the gym. Spoink, 1267. Plus 60. Plus 67 as well. Spinda, 135. Plus Trapinch. Definitely these egg hatches. Definitely egg hatches, man. And then Community Day is gonna double this for sure. Vibrava, and Flygon. Okay. Cacnea, 438. This used to be under 100 for like the longest time. And then it turned sunny weather one time here. And then boom, spawned like crazy. Cacturn over here. And then Swinub, shiny Swinub, 2460. That's a lot. That really is a lot. Altaria, 15. Zangoose, 321. Survivor, 62. That was when we had Survivor in Europe. And then they swapped around. So Zangoose is now more. Because obviously he's been in that respective region longer. Lunatone, 80. Solrock, 236. Wow. How? When? I genuinely don't recall when. Maybe in Florida, but I just don't recall when. I don't know. That's insane, honestly. When did this happen? 236. I really cannot recall it. That's the first one in which I'm genuinely like, I literally don't know how that happened. That's crazy. Barboach, I see a bunch of Barboach around my area. Same with Natu. 163. Corfish. I see this one more often these days, so that's kind of cool. Crawdont. Baltoy. Claydol. Did a couple of Claydol raids. Lileep recently obviously got my shiny, so I was super stoked for that one. And then Cradily. There you go. Nice combination. Anorith. I still need the shiny. 33 on Armaldo. Feebas. Feebas 434. And then Milotic is 7. Cast Form 1041. I wish you could see it for each individual like form as well, but seems that is not the case. That would be the next step up for the Pokédex entry as well. Shuppet. Wow, that's a lot. I did a lot of hunts, especially in the beginning, to get the shiny, because the shiny looks fantastic. Same thing with shiny Banana as well. So there you go. Duskull, 1036. We had a really short Duskull nest recently until Gen 5 launched, and then it changed to Wilmer, and now it's changed again. I don't know what it is right now. 104 for Dusclops, Trophius, most of them in Yokosuka. Charm Echo, great catch, 1000 base starters on this, love this. Absol, 110. Why not 87 hatches? Okay, Snorunt, 626. Glalie is 19 right now. Spheal. I don't see this Pokemon that much anymore. I don't know why, but it's been a while since I've really seen this Pokemon. And that also passes over 60,000. We're currently at 60,929, and that is more than Generation 2 already with Spheal. So that's a fun fact. 129 here, 7 on Walrein. Clamperl, 214. Huntil, and then Gorbis, bleh. Okay, Relicanth. All of these are trades, obviously. Love Disc. The Valentine's Day event really helped out with this one, because I barely ever see this one in the wild. But I'm happy that I got the shiny. Bagon, Community Day was insane. I got like 400 Bagon catches that Community Day, or maybe even more. 69 Shelgon, 11 Salamence. And then we're slowly approaching legendaries. 1000 for Beldum. We got 140 Metang and then 17 Metagross. I still need a lucky one of this. Regirock. Well, that shows my interest, right? Regice. It's even worse. And then I was in Nashville for Registeel, but otherwise I suspect it would have also been like single digit on Registeel, because they're just not interesting to me. Latios. Most of them happened in Singapore. Kyogre. That's the first raid boss I really went ham with. Growlon, 247. Rayquaza is my biggest one. Dang. This shiny. Beautiful. 633 raids. And 1 Jirachi. And then we got Deoxys as well. Is 31. Totals. 65,514. Let's add that up. 65,514, and we're gonna add this on with 58,174 plus 160,542. We are currently at 284,230 total Seen Pokemon at the end of generation number 3. So that being said, resetting the calculator again, gonna take a little sip of my water, and then we're gonna move on to Gen 4. What I can really tell is that I've been less active during Generation 2, because I hit level 40 at that time, and I didn't feel there was much of a purpose when it comes down to grinding, so that's pretty interesting. So now we are here. How many minutes have we been recording? Oh, well, this is gonna be a long video. Okay, you guys ready? Gen 4 is here. Turtwig, 1000. Then Grotto, Torterra, Chimchar. We need a community day for this. Monferno, Infernape. Piplup is 597. So you can really tell that the generations are catching up, which each, progressively, I feel. They're kind of all similar in terms of catches. So that's kind of cool to see. 797 for Stardy, Staravia 25, and the Staraptor is 7. Bidoof, 1549, that's quite a lot of them. I do see them a lot, I did not expect it to be this much. Bibarel, 54, and then Kricketot is 476. And that pushes us over 5,000, we're currently at 5,244. Kricketune, Shinx, oh, so many Shinx raids. Look at that, look at that. I need one more shiny though, I need one more shiny. Then I have all 3 of them. Luxio, plus 7 is, okay. Luxray, cool. Badoo, that's a lot of Badoo hatches. That's about as much as Why Not. Kind of crazy. Roserade, 3. Cranidos, only 60. I wanted to hunt this one way more in Dortmund, but that didn't happen because they were spawning irregularly, and I was also kind of busy. So sad, but true. I wanted this to be over 100 already. Hopefully we'll see a community day with this because that'd be really cool, but I don't think we will. We'll see. Shieldon 125, Bastiodon 3, Burmy only 67. Wow, but I have all the cloaks, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Wormadam, of course, as well. I need the plant Wormadam still. Okay, let's work on that. Mothim, Combi. Yeah, this happened in Japan recently. This was a... this is the bane of my existence, man. Right now, this is, I feel, the most difficult Pokemon to capture for 100 Stardust per capture, in my opinion. Vespiquen, only evolved 1. Pachirisu, happened in Chicago. Buizel, 134. Floatzel, 6. Cherubi, 101. Mossylurs, man. Mossylurs. Cherim, this Pokemon is difficult, but it is 300 Stardust per capture, so for that it's worth it in my opinion. Shellos, exactly 300, okay. Gastrodon, 1 of each, of course. Gotta have to do it. Ambipom, we got 5. We got 1270 Drifloon. Drifblim, that all happened during the Halloween event, obviously. Baneri, this is one I see a lot of. And this is also the one that pushes me over 10,000. Currently at 10,352 with Gen 4. Lopunny, 83. Miss Magius, 6. Honchkrow, 4. Glameow, 51 only. Okay. Interesting. Perocles, 20. Chingling, 18 hatches there. Stunky is 1041. Skuntank is 30. Bronzor is actually a little bit less than I expected. I expected this to be at like 400 by now at least. Bronzong, 21. Bonsley, 66. Happiny, 51. I feel that Happiny is like 100 because of the amount that I am hatching right now in regionals. It's been kind of crazy, to be honest with you guys. Chatot, 59. Spiritomb, 9. Traded, why is this 9? I've traded 2. I don't know, there was a bug I think with gyms at one point. Gibble, 6. Gabite, 3, and Garchomp is 2. I actually made 2 Garchomp. Munchlax, 49. This also once again feels like I've hatched this one way more. Riolu, 26. I'm actually hatching this one quite a lot in 10Ks, and I today hatched one from a 7K. So that was kind of cool. Lucario, 5. Hippo Potatoes. During that one Hippo Potato video, I've captured most of these. Hippowdon. Skorupi, 66. Drapion, only 3. Krogunk, 113. Toxicroak, 11. Carnivine, 60 in Dortmund. Finneon spawns quite often. Luminion is a beautiful Pokemon. I've seen it in the wild only once. That was cool. Mantike. I feel this once again, man. I'm matching this a lot. Snover, 408. Abomasnow, 12. Weavile, 4. Magnezone, 4. Licky, 1 for the Pokédex. Maybe I should do a mail as well. Rhyperior, 3. Tangrowth, 3. Electivire, 3. Magmortar, 4. Togekiss, 4. Yanaga, 2. Leafeon, 3. Glaceon, 3. Gliscor, 3. Mamoswine, 7. This really doesn't add up. Porygon-Z, 3. Gallade, 5. Probopass, 6. Dusknoir, 2. Frostlass, 2. Uxie, 1. Mesprit, 149. I've done way too many Mesprit raids for what it's worth, to be honest. But the reason for that is I wanted to hit 200 million experience. So me and my friend, who also wanted to hit 200 million experience, were racing for this. So that's why we did so many of these Mesprit raids, because that's the raid that was ongoing. So yeah, Azelf only 1. Dialga 21. I wish I did more with this, because this is a great Pokemon. Palkia 19 was in San Francisco. Heatran 50. We did 1 raid train for this. Giratina 235. It was just announced that this one's coming back. Altered Form is getting a shiny. That's cool because I want candy for origin form. So I'm gonna be hunting that one out. Cresselia 33. And that's it? Okay. 13,701 Pokemon Seen here. Okay, that is interesting. I expected Gen 4 to be a little bit more, but turns out that is not the case. We're gonna add it up again with Gen 3, which is 65,514, plus Gen 2, 58,174, plus 160,542. Totals almost 300,000. I'm currently at 297,931. Okay, let's take another sip of my water, and then we're gonna move on to the final generation. And on that one, there's a little surprise as well. But I'm catching quite a lot of them. Gen 5 has been out for a couple of days right now. So let's go ahead and take a look how well we have done. Starting with Oshawott. 5 Oshawott. I've seen 2 in the wild. I've hatched 3. Or hatched 2, seen 3 in the wild. I'm not really sure. Anyway, Patrat. 193. Spawning quite a lot. And I have my shiny already. Super happy with that. Watchhog, I've evolved 1, seen 2 in the wild. Lillipup, this is the one that I'm seeing the most right now. So this is kind of interesting. I really want to get the shiny. Herdier 2. Stoutland 1. Purloin 53. This is, I feel, the 3rd most spawning Pokemon from Generation 5 right now in Pokemon Go. I cannot believe we're talking about Gen 5. This is so cool. Liepard right here. Pansear 3 right now. 56 Pidove. I had 1. 2 of them run away on me. That's really sad. As in the chat for that. I'm once again saving up 10,000 candy for this before I can make Unfazant. Which before that I will probably end up seeing in the gym. But it's whatever, right? And 6 Tranquil. Tranquil actually spawns in the wild quite frequently, I gotta say. 6 times in total right now. So that's averaging at least more than 1 a day, which is cool. Drillbur, 15 right now. Excadrill got 2. 2 Fungus. And I've seen 1 Amoonguss in the gym. 1 Amoonguss in the gym. And then I've done 3 Clink raids. And I found 1 Kevin. And there you go. And then we're just gonna add Meltan to that. 189 and 3 Metal. So this wasn't a whole lot. This was 780. So, adding all of this up. So, for those of you guys who clicked away to the final verdict, we're just gonna calculate everything together. Generation 1 had 160,542. And then added to top of that 58,174 from Generation 2. Plus Generation 3, which actually have more Pokemon with 65,514. Plus an additional 13,701 from Generation 4. And then a very cute 780 from Generation 4 plus the unknown here, the unknown Dex, which is Meltan and Melmetal. Adds a grand total of 298,711. So that's almost 300,000, which is quite cool. I really like that. I'm surprised. I actually expected it to be way more. But then again, I don't really use my Pokemon Go Plus that much. I try to catch Pokemon manually as much as I can. I get most enjoyment out of that, and I really hate the feeling of finding a shiny in your storage without you actually seeing it or encountering it yourself and seeing all the sparkly animation. I really don't like that too much. So that's why I always try to play by myself, and as a result of that, my Seen to catch ratio is actually, I gotta say, rather decent. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this video. Do you guys want me to do another one for 300,000 catches to see what it looks like comparatively? I'm gonna keep these stats for myself, because I'm curious about that myself. But if you guys would like me to do a sequel video once I hit 300,000 catches, make sure you let me know down in the comments below, because then we really get to see what's going to be changing. I'm sorry if this video was really dragged out a lot. No, I'm not sorry. I just wanted to make this video. So as always, make sure if you guys like this video too, boom, give it a thumbs up. And if you guys want to grab yourself some cool reversal merch, make sure you check out the link in the description down below, or head over to crowdmate.com/reversal. If you want to support the channel, please become a patron of the channel. I have a cool little friendship tier. If you want to become my friend in Pokemon Go, we can become friends and send each other gifts. And I'll coordinate best friendship with you and ultra friends and whatever you want. You can message me and disturb me on my grinding sessions and ask me, have you seen this or whatever, you know. It's all available, it's all up for grabs. Tell me in the comments down below, what is the Pokemon that you have seen the most of, and also what is the Pokemon that surprised you the most out of the ones that you have seen. Maybe for me, maybe for yourself, and maybe if you find it cool, do this for yourself and tell me how many Pokemon you have caught and seen yourself. That being said, I'm gonna wrap this up here. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Reverse for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.